smash-mouth action with 3 world titles up for grabs. This is BKFC on DAZN, and it starts right now.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is presented by Fucked Up Energy Drink. Welcome to the gorgeous Costa del Sol here in Spain. We're right here in the Marbella Arena, best known for bullfighting. A contest like no other has come to town. For the first time, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is in España. This is BKFC on DAZN. And we start tonight's card with the preview. That's right, 3 bare knuckle bouts for you on us, getting you primed for tonight's landmark event featuring 3 world championship bouts. Our triple main event starts in the middleweight division, where champ Dave the Redneck Mundell has flattened everybody in his path. But UK champion the Bastard, Danny Christie, ready to defy the odds and take Mundell's most prized possession. In our co-main event tonight, welterweight champion Austin Trout has conquered 2 sports in his fighting career. But a challenger with championship credentials and more experience with no gloves, Rico Bonbon Franco, is promising to give No Doubt Trout an epic battle. And you can cut the tension with a knife. The vacant lightweight title will be decided here in Marbella. Tony Loco Soto's record has been unblemished. 6 bouts, 6 wins, 3 by stoppage. What about the BKFC European champ, Franco Tenaglia, 2-0 in the company and fighting on home turf here in Spain. It'll be a fight to the finish with a new champion crowned tonight. And for an epic event, we needed it in an epic setting, an epic arena, and that's exactly what we have here at the Marbella Arena here on the Costa del Sol. The buzz all over this city has been tremendous, from the weigh-ins to the press conference, the arrival of Conor McGregor. So many exciting things have been happening in Marbella, all to get us ready for the event that is happening right now. Tonight, we are locked in, BKFC on DAZN. Speaking of which, this is our debut on DAZN, our new streaming platform. And folks, we are going to do it big tonight. Of course, so many legendary matchups have happened in boxing and MMA on DAZN, but now we bring our brand of violence to the platform, and you better believe we are cutting out all the stops tonight. It's going to be crazy. And if you want to be a part of the action tonight, well, it's very simple. You just got to get DAZN, and we have given you a tremendous deal to get you locked in tonight. $12.99 per month. That's going to get you the event tonight. It's going to get you all of the great content, all of the combat sports right there on DAZN. All the other sports, I mean, they got tennis, they got everything right here on DAZN. $12.99. We are hooking you right up tonight. You know the debut is going to be crazy. The 3 title fights, big debuts from Dan Chapman and Hannah Rankin. A lot to be excited about tonight here in Marbella. And to get things rocking, let's go ringside. We got Sean Wheelock and Chris Lytle. One thing is for certain, gentlemen, Tony Loco Soto, Franco Tenaglia, they are going to have a spectacle tonight here in Marbella.
Fully agreed, Cyrus. Chris, fighters from 12 different nations on this absolutely stacked card in our main event to crown the new BKFC 155-pound world champion. The Argentine now living here in Spain, Franco Tenaglia, versus Tony Loco Soto from Brooklyn, New York in the United States.
Both guys undefeated, go about it different ways. Tenaglia comes with power, trying to knock your head off. Tony Soto, volume, he wants to outplay you. He'll knock you out when he can, but he's not going to go out there and risk himself. This is going to be a great fight, Sean.
Tonight's fight odds are presented by Kurgo, the official betting partner of BKFC.
Lots of money to be made tonight. everything. They're very close, very evenly matched up. For a reason, the thing that I like the most, I'm going to have to go with an underdog tonight, Sean. I usually don't do that. An underdog at Nico got me. I think he has a great chance of winning. If you want to make more money, bet on the underdog.
BKFC uses the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting, which are being administered this evening by the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation. Punching in the active clinch is allowed. All kicks, knees, and elbows are illegal, as are all takedowns and submissions. We open tonight here in Marbella, Spain with a bout in the lightweight division. Fran Suarez versus David Mora. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
And okay, Sean, Mora does have a 3-inch height advantage, however, only a 2-inch reach advantage. That's not that much for this weight class, but we do know that Mora does want to stay outside and land those hard shots from distance.
Para todo el que habla de lo que habla, pero no sabe de qué habla. A que sepáis de qué hablo.
From Madrid, David Mora now set for his bare knuckle fighting championship debut. Mora has had 17 pro MMA bouts. In our fighter meeting, David Mora told us, I'm going to keep moving in and out. When I'm on the outside, I want to fully utilize my reach advantage, and on the outside, I want to keep throwing the jab.
Exactly. He needs to stay long. He wants to control the range. He knows his opponent's coming in with hard shots. It's his job to stop that from happening by controlling that range.
Mora also told us, I'm going to target my opponent, Fran Suarez's head, not his body. He's going to come forward. Mora told us of Suarez. When he does so, David Mora said, I'm going to move on angles and then unload with high volume.
Feels like that is his key. Hit and don't get hit. Make sure that's exactly what this is about. This is a sweet science. He wants to showcase that tonight.
Draped in the Spanish flag, Fran Suarez. Like his opponent, David Mora from Madrid, and like Mora, now making his BKFC debut. Suarez overall in the sport of bare knuckle is 2-0. He's 9-4-1 in his pro boxing career. Fran Suarez told us in our fighter meeting, I want a very fast and aggressive start while remaining smart and technical.
Wants to get inside, try and do as much damage as he can. From that position, feels like that's where he has the advantage. He has to get under. He can't trade punches with a guy at his range. He wants to get into his range.
Suarez also told us, I'm going to break down the body of David Suarez. When I do so, then I will target the head. I believe that Mora wants to stay long. Suarez said, I will be long, but then I will fully explode inside with power.
He needs to cut off the ring. He cannot chase his opponent. He needs to mirror his opponent's hips, get to the right position, get inside, unload those power shots.
Suarez also told us, I'm going to be throwing hard overhand rights. I'm going to utilize a wide variety of punches, a lot of excellent head movement, high motion throughout.
He was very excited to be starting off the card tonight, wants to come out there and set the tone. I think he's going to be able to do it.
To get us started from Marbella, Spain, we send it to the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos and welcome to the magnificent Marbella Arena here in beautiful Marbella, Spain. And we welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to BKFC Spain. BKFC for review begins tonight with 5 two-minute rounds in the lightweight division, presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears purple and gold. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 155.9 pounds. His MMA record stands at 17 fights, and tonight he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Madrid, Spain, here is David Mora. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 155.3 pounds. His pro boxing record stands at 14 fights, holding a bare knuckle fighting record of 2-0. And tonight he makes his official BKFC debut. Also fighting out of Madrid, Spain, here is Fran Mi Vida Loca Suarez. And our referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner.
David Mora told us, I believe Fran Suarez will try to make this an inside fight. I will negate his inside pressure with my outstanding footwork. Brian Miner calling both fighters up to scratch. Our debut for BKFC on DAZN, our debut for BKFC in Spain. The bell in round number 1. Black trunks for Fran Suarez, purple trunks for David Mora. The long jab, overhand right from Suarez. To the inside, rear right uppercut landing from Mora.
Mora looking very relaxed, trying to keep that range, trying to keep his opponent paying when he throws those overhands.
Suarez on the level change. Right hand to the body. Hand to the head on the reply from Mora. Mora 6 foot tall, the Suarez is 5'9", accentuated by the level changes. There's the overhand right on the entry. Counter right hand landed, then the overhand right misses from Mora.
Suarez has got to be careful throwing these wild shots. If they land, it's perfect. If not, you're going to get tagged and pay for it.
Both fighters are landing to the head early stages of round number 1. 15 remaining in the opening round. We are in the lightweight division. Triple jab. The orthodox stance of David Mora. I like Suarez on the orthodox stance, lead left hook.
I like how Mora's controlling the range from all time. Even when he's pressing forward, he's using that jab. He's controlling, he's making his opponent pay for trying to get him.
There's the left hook to the inside for Fran Suarez. First clinch, side headlock, and that draws the separation for Brian Miner. Soft warning by Miner on the side headlock. Not legal in the clinch under the unified rules of bare knuckle. Overhand right, overhand left, both missing from Suarez. On his striking line, coming forward to the mid-range. David Mora on the right hand, the turn, counter right hand.
And it looks like Mora starting to find his range a little bit more offense. Suarez starting to look tired from winging those punches.
Another turn right back from David Suarez. Now on the underhook. There's the separation from Brian Miner. Keeping this flowing. 20 seconds remaining, round number 1. And the duck under the level change from Fran Suarez.
Suarez, even though he's a pressure fighter, he's having to back up a little bit more than normal. That's because of that good jab, that good pressure applied by Mora.
So again, to make overhand right from Suarez. Those are missing, but they are taking David Mora off his striking line. Overhand right again on cue. The bell. That is the end of round number 1.
And you can just see from the body language of both of these fighters right now, Sean, that Mora seems to be the fresher fighter. The only thing he has to worry about are these overhand rights, these wild shots of Suarez, but it's giving him opportunities to throw punches back. Let's hear what they have to say.
Next Saturday, it's the Battle of the Giants as Francis Ngannou returns to mixed martial arts as he faces PFL heavyweight champion Kenneth Pereira.
Escúchame, Morita. Cuando él se tira, súbele con gancho, pero no.
Tienes al suelo, joder. Mírale a la pera y apunta. Vale, ¿cómo vas? ¿Cómo que bueno? Cojones.
Bien,
pero tienes que meter un poquito más de presión tú, pero no con golpes tanto de poder. Tienes que conectarle, ¿entiendes? Tira más golpes, pero no tan duro. Y no de inicio con la volea, coño. Venga, bebe agua.
Cutman and fighter G. Perez doing his handiwork, stopping that little bit of blood coming from Suarez.
In our fighter meeting, Fran Suarez said, one of my absolute key punches is the overhand right. He's been throwing it hard, just not connecting, at least not through the opening 2 minutes. The start of round number 2.
The problem with that punch is he's telegraphing. He's just swinging. He's not coming in with the jab first, closing that range. When you come from far away and throw it, it's easy to see and easy to defend.
2 hard jabs in the last sequence from David Mora. Overhand right again from Suarez. There's the jab, counter right hand from Mora.
It's that jab that controls the range, but it's that two that does it down.
Forward pressure now slightly from David Mora. You see Fran Suarez looking for the duck under the roll through. The jab again, hard right hand just off the mark.
Suarez trying to come in with that jab, but it's not ever close the distance in time. Or he continues to back up.
Switch the southpaw right back to ortho for David Mora. Suarez committed to the orthodox stance. 1:15 remaining, round number 2. Hard jab. There's the overhand right, partially landed. More pressure again from Suarez. Going to the body.
I feel like Mora is doing a great job of deciding when and where the fight happens.
Mora, high tight striking guard. With an open striking guard now for Franco Suarez. 50 seconds remaining, round number 2. Overhand left, that landed from Suarez. Suarez again on the overhand left, counter left hook from Mora. That was clever and sharp. To the mid-range comes David Mora.
I tell you, when Suarez, a fighter of his style, when he continues to come forward, it's easy. But when somebody else dictates when the fight happens, it's exhausting.
You saw more overhand misses right then left from Franco Suarez. He continues to throw that punch. Switch back from southpaw to orthodox. Using the stance switch here in round number 2. Overhand left, partially connected from Suarez. Overhand right misses again into the clinch, almost a side headlock. We fight on.
The best thing that Suarez is able to do, he's having good headroom and staying low when he's winging those punches. Makes it very difficult to counter, but Moore is doing a great job of landing as early and as often as possible.
We are through 2 rounds.
Es la sangre suya, es la sangre suya, La sangre es suya. Bien. Respira. Dale agua, ven. Si te quito el bucalo, bien. Respira, céntrate. Bien. Bien, no tiene...
Está muy rápido. Pero bueno, pero claro, ¿sabes por qué está rápido? Porque tú quieres ir con el golpe, quieres ir con el golpe duro, cojones, tienes que ir con la mano levantada primero, filtrando y entrando. ¿Lo entiendes o no? Frank, coño, que te coge de contra, hostias. Vale, y tiras a la y te cansas, joder. No tienes tan duro. Y rectos, ¿lo entiendes, cojones? ¿Sí o no? Pues hazme caso, hostias. Está cogido que eso, está cogido que te contra, hostias. No le tires la bola. Vamos.
Venga, va. Wild shots. He's hoping to land one that can change the course of this fight, but right now he has not been able to land anything meaningful.
Suarez, David Mora, up to scratch. Round number 3. Immediately to the jab goes David Mora. Mora again off the jab. Overhand right for the entry from Suarez.
Mora doing a great job of blocking a lot of those shots that come in. Just enough to make that not a clean shot.
You see the miss, the spin of 360 from Franco Suarez, taking himself fully off balance with the missed overhand right.
But I like what Moore is doing. He just continues to mirror the hips. He's not letting his opponent dictate when it happens.
Back to the center circle, through the center circle now David Mora, effectively to the mid-range, leading that overhand left. Change not there for Suarez. Suarez staying in a very tall stance. See the swelling under the right eye on the face of Franco Suarez. Suarez again trying to explode forward. Chris, Franco Suarez is just not finding those overhands.
Even when he tries to jab, Moore does a good job of backing up, staying just out of range. So what Suarez has to do, he has to keep throwing jabs. If he throws 2 and he keeps backing up, throw 3, throws 4.
Good body work. You saw the straight punches landed effectively by David Mora in the last sequence. 50 seconds remaining, round 3. Range to the mid-range, long again. Good movement from David Mora. And jab to the body from Franco Suarez. And left. There's the right hand. Took just off the mark. See the smear of blood across the face of Franco Suarez. Blood is on the bridge of Suarez's nose. Thunder again, hands very low now for Suarez with 20 seconds remaining, round 3.
Even though he's winging punches, he's very hard to hit. He can move his head so well. He gets it real far down. It makes it difficult unless you very good uppercut.
Effective right hand as he switched to southpaw. Now back to orthodox for David Mora on the overhand left from Suarez to the inside. We are through 3 rounds.
Even though it does look like Suarez is throwing the harder shots, you can tell there's a difference as they land. I feel a lot of times Suarez is getting hit, he's backing up, he's going against the ropes. Not seeing that when Mora gets hit.
Suarez is cut on the bridge of his nose. You see Mora is cut on his right cheek.
Like I said a little bit ago, as Suarez will throw 2 jabs and then try to throw that right hand. It doesn't matter where his opponent's at, he's throwing it. But if Moore continues to back up, you might have to play 2, 3, 4 jabs. You have to push him into the ropes and then throw that punch, or you're not going to win. Beautiful straight left. And that's what I talked about. Look, who's backing up when they get hit? It's Suarez.
Sold out tonight here. Spain's Costa del Sol, Marbella Arena, Marbella, Spain, round number 4. Immediate forward pressure to start round 4 off the scratch and through the center circle from David Mora. Goes under double jab. Mora, open-chested stance, hands very low now for Franco Suarez. Here's the left hand in a counter right back from David Mora.
Suarez trying to bait his opponent in, trying to get him to throw punches so he can handle his power shot.
Clearing the hits of Suarez as David Mora effectively. Good turn from Suarez back to the center circle. Good jab coming for David Mora. More to the body. Back to orthodox. Back to southpaw and right back to ortho. Stance switches, Chris, starting around number 2 for David Mora. Through the dug under from Suarez. 65 seconds remaining around number 4. Again, swing and a miss. Another swing and a miss with the overhand right. Back to our fighting meeting, Chris. Suarez said that is one of my key punches, that overhand right.
Well, he's true to what he said. He continues to throw it. I mean, to be honest with you, Moore has to fight a near perfect fight to deal with a style like those big right hands and left hooks are coming at you. You can't take one, so you have to be perfect.
The right uppercut getting through, counter right hand! And that is the first knockdown in this fight. Nope. It is not. It is ruled a slip immediately and decisively by Brian Miner.
I think it was called a push.
30 seconds remaining, round 4. Lead hand, rangefinder jab, looking for that. The overhand left. Suarez couldn't find it to cut the distance. Mouthpiece out. No histrionics. Mouthpiece right back in. I love that we do the mouthpiece the MMA way in bare knuckle, not the boxing way. Right back to it.
Pick it up and put it back in there.
Overhand right, misses again. Again, the turn on the counter to the body. Counter right hand from Suarez. Just before the bell that ends round 4, we move to the 5th and final round.
This is a very technical fight. Both these guys are doing everything very well. When Suarez avoided those hard shots at the end and fired right back. Love it.
Aguantamos, Fran. ¿Aguantamos o qué? Escucha, pero primero tu integridad, ¿eh? ¿Ves? ¿Ves por el ojo? ¿Ves? ¿Seguro?
There's these wild, hard, powerful shots from Suarez.
Compañero, que usted izquierda con un rectito.
Doing a great job of blocking those. Not going to block it all the way, but he's making sure he's not taking any clean shots. And that's what he needs to do, make sure those overhand rights and those powerful left hooks are not eating those clean. That's what leads him to knock down Moore's avoid those beautiful. If you're in the corner of Suarez, you have to tell him you're down on this card. You have to land something meaningful. Continue to jab your way in. Cannot wait and throw those punches if the guy's backing up. Back him into a corner, land some hard shots, unload a combination of power shots.
This will be a medical timeout as called by referee Brian Miner in the first appearance of the night. This beautiful autumn evening here on Dr. Don Musier wins this fight. Medical stoppage and the win in his BKFC debut for David Mora.
And that is not what I thought was going to happen when he went over the look. There must be something more that we're not seeing from our angle. So you never question what our doctors say. Fuzzy's so good, so whenever he is in there, you're calling a fight, there's a reason.
Will be ruled as a physician stoppage TKO, officially 2 minutes of round number 4. No hesitation from Dr. Don Lucci, the Chief Medical Officer of BKFC. Ending this fight, David Mora, the Spaniard from Madrid, 17, pro MMA bout veteran, victorious in his BKFC debut. Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of our ringside physician, referee Brian Miner calls a stop to this fight at the conclusion of round number 4. For your winner by TKO, David
Excellent fight for Moore. I was so impressed with his precision, his accuracy, his ability to stay relaxed with bombs coming at it. He did a great job in his first BKFC fight.
Fran Suarez was game. He continued to throw big overhand rights, also big overhand lefts, power punches throughout. But David Moore was poised, outstanding footwork, straight punches, and the win. Victorious by way of fourth round TKO due to physician stoppage. David Moore defeats Fran Suarez.
Tonight only, you'll receive 30% off all Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship apparel at bareknuckleshop.com. There's a huge selection of hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more to choose from, with sizes and styles for everyone. Hurry and place your order now for this limited time, one night only offer. Knuckle up and save 30% at bareknuckleshop.com.
To the heavyweight division we go. You see the numbers. They are presented by Forged Irish Stout for Arbi Charkaya versus Daniel Toledo.
And only a 2-inch height advantage for Toledo. However, he has a significant 5.5-inch reach advantage, and he's going to have to use that because you know the other opponent coming in. Arbi, he's coming throwing bombs, and he wants to land those shots.
From nearby Malaga, Spain, Daniel Toledo now set for his bare knuckle fighting championship debut. Toledo has had 26 pro MMA bouts. He has a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. In our fighter meeting, Toledo said, I am going to use my clinch game, use my Jiu-Jitsu, my upper body grappling to be very effective, very heavy in the clinch versus my opponent, Arbi Charkaya.
Well, what I loved, he said he's here to entertain. He's going to put on a show. He's going for the KO right away. Feels like he has more power than his opponent, and he's going to show it.
With that, Toledo also told us, I am willing to take chances to land my power punches. I expected that my opponent, Arbi Charkaya, is going to be feinting a lot. Of Charkaya, Toledo said, I definitely respect his boxing. I have to be aware of his very active left hand, but I will make smart assessments and I will find my power punches.
And he has to throw a lot of feints early, make his opponent guess, not know where the punches are coming through. Then he throws his power shots. Feels like he has the power, has to utilize it, especially with that straight right hand.
Toledo said, I will not rush in this, my bare knuckle fighting championship debut. I will feel my way into this fight, make assessments as this bout progresses.
I love what he said, his key to victory, he has to be aggressive the entire fight.
On this, the day before his 34th birthday, Arbi Charkaya now set for his bare knuckle fighting championship debut. Charkaya from Chechnya, based in Vienna, Austria. He's 2-0 in pro boxing. Charkaya was a member of Austria's national boxing team. At our fighter meeting, Arbi Charkaya said, I'm going to be extremely smart, extremely technical. I am going to stay on the outside. Charkaya said very candidly, I want to avoid the clinch. That is not where I'm comfortable. I will stay on the outside. I believe that I can showcase my footwork and my superior speed.
And that was surprising to me, Sean. He has a 5.5-inch reach deficit, and he wants to stay on the outside. But he has a lot of fight experience. Feels like he believes in his power as well. Feels like he's going to pressure his opponent the entire time from that far side. Blatantly and at will is going to outbox his opponent. He wants to showcase his skill.
Charkaya said, I will keep throwing the jab. I will throw an explosive jab, and I will throw explosive power punches behind the jab.
Knows he has to be very focused in this fight and also very smart.
Back to the ring, and Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the heavyweight division, presented to you by OnlyFans. Introducing to you first, Fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears camouflage. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. His official weight, 207.9 pounds. He is a true MMA veteran of 26 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Malaga, Spain, here is Daniel Jacare Toledo. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black camouflage. He stands an even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 208.1 pounds. He holds an undefeated pro boxing record at 2-0, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Vienna, Austria, by way of Grozny, Chechnya. Here is Arbi Borshchakayev. And our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliata.
Arbi Chakayev told us, I believe Daniel Toledo will plant his feet and throw power punches. I will continue to move my feet. The fighters up to scratch, 3 feet apart.
Ready? Buckle up.
The call of knuckle up from Dan Mergliata, round number 1. Camouflage trunks for the Chechen, now based in Austria. Arbi Chakayev. You see the lighter camouflage trunks for the Spaniard from Malaga, Daniel Toledo. The right hand. Pull 2, knockout from Chakayev. Chakayev, true to his word, starting on the outside, lands the right hand. Those faint steps, the roll throughs, looking to come to the inside. Daniel Toledo. Big overhand from both men. The left hand getting through. Big overhand right, then the counter overhand left.
I really like how Chakayev is closing that gap. He comes in fast and throws power shots.
Big right hand of the left hand, another right hand. Against the rope, clean shot. Flat on his back, down goes Daniel Toledo.
And you can see Toledo trying to grab the leg of his opponent.
6, 7.
That means he was very, very hurt.
No, turn around, face me. Turn
I
around.
don't think he's going to be able to turn around.
Dan Mergliata stops this fight. Welcome to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, Arbi Chakayev.
That was quick, that was powerful. You could just see the explosiveness in Chakayev. Chakayev, man, unloading combinations. I really like the way he was closing that gap. You could see the intelligence when he got into position. He was going to land power shots.
An early birthday present for Arbi Chakayev, who turns 34 tomorrow. An emphatic first-round victory in his Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut versus Daniel Toledo.
And he did the right thing. When he hurt his opponent, he finished him off. Landed a very nasty combination.
Daniel Toledo said, win or lose, I want an entertaining fight. He definitely got an entertaining fight. Arbi Chakayev showing his power, staying on the outside and landing, Chris, effectively in the mid-range and on the inside as well.
This goes with one of our sayings, you never want to bet against people from his region. It's very difficult.
BKFC's ultra-deep heavyweight division now that much deeper with the entry of Arbi Chakayev. Satisfied look on the face of the Chechenian by way of Austria, Arbi Chakayev. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Mergliata, steps in, calling a stop to this fight at 59 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by TKO, Arbi Borshchchakayev.
Chakayev looking dominant in that performance. Closed the distance well, got in, and threw power shots.
Daniel Toledo opened up. He threw power punches, but there was power as well as precision from Arbi Chakayev. The winner by way of first-round technical knockout, Arbi Chakayev defeats Daniel Toledo.
Listen up. Let's have it. We know you've always got your eye on the prize, the championship belt. And why wouldn't you? You're a finely tuned, well-oiled boxing watching machine, capable of consuming over 150 fights on the DAZN every year.
We've gone big, we've gone global.
Churning through combinations, comebacks, and non-stop knockouts. Where are you? With big fights every week, you're the best in the world. So go on, get that belt. Champ, DAZN, undisputed.
To the featherweight division, our tale of the tape is presented by Apu.com. Nico Goffi versus Radek Stadler.
Stadler with a significant height advantage as well as a reach advantage. He's going to want to utilize that stay long, make Goffi come in close to land those shots.
From Pilsen, Czech Republic, now set for his bare knuckle fighting championship debut, Radek Stadler. Stadler has had 20 professional K1 rules bouts. In our fighter meeting, Stadler said, I want to establish myself on the outside, keep circling, keep working off of my jab.
Well, he feels like his opponent wants to get inside, so he has to stay aggressive, but be out, countering, utilizing that glitch, not letting his opponent get into his range and load those combinations.
Stadler said, I'm extremely comfortable punching while moving backwards. I want to showcase my footwork, and I want to patiently and smartly look for openings.
He feels like he's more technical than his opponent. He's better than his opponent. He just has to go out there and show that. When his opponent pressures, cut angles, feels like he needs to be smarter mentally and stay focused the entire fight.
Of his opponent in this featherweight bout, Nico Goffi, Radek Stadler said, I definitely respect Goffi's punching power. I think he's going to have a very fast start to this fight because he is fighting here in his home city, Marbella, Spain. I have to stay focused. I cannot get pulled into a brawl.
He knows his opponent's going to come in. He's shorter. He's going to come in throwing power shots. His answer for that is a lot of uppercuts and making him pay each time he tries to get close.
You hear the ovation for Nico Goffi fighting here in his home city, Marbella, Spain. This is Goffi's BKFC debut. He has had 48 combined pro kickboxing, Muay Thai, K1 rules bouts. Goffi told us in our fighter meeting, I believe I'm an extremely intelligent fighter and I will showcase my intelligence throughout. Goffi said, I will use aggression, but only when it is appropriate. I'm going to sit on my back foot, whereas Goffi said, traditionally in my career, in kickboxing and Muay Thai, in K1 rules bouts, I've been on the front foot. I'm moving to the back foot so I can more effectively slip in.
Exactly. It feels like key is for him to not get hit. He understands this is bare knuckle. He likes to trade, but he's not going to. He doesn't need to. He feels like he has the skill and the ability. He can stay in his opponent's face the other time. He can glitch, he can strike, he can do anything. He just has to be smart when he does it.
Goffi said the mantra of my training camp was avoid the mid-range, all the way in or all the way out.
Feels like he's faster, he's stronger, he hits harder. He wants to get in, work the body, wear his opponent down, and then finish him, beat him up.
Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for our next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Presented to you by Apu.com, APU.com. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black and red. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, his official weight, an even 145 pounds. He is a kickboxing veteran of 20 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Pilsen, Czech Republic. Here is Radek Stadler. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. His official weight, 145.8 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 48 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Marbella, Spain, here is Nico, the Iron Gaffey. And our referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner.
Rodek Stadler told us this fight is about my technique versus my opponent Nico Gaffey's aggression.
Nico already talking to his opponent.
Round number 1. Black trunks for the Spaniard Nico Gaffey. Black and red trunks for the Czech Rodek Stadler.
Gaffey trying to get into position and make his opponent punch so he can counter.
Rapid fire punches to the body, now to the head. There's the smart turnout by Rodek Stadler. Back to the center circle, back to range. Feint step, level change now from Nico Gaffey. Stadler sitting on the right hand from ortho. See the head movement? Nico Gaffey said, I will close the distance for Mike Tyson style to the inside. Counter left hand from Stadler.
I like what Gaffey's doing, just what he said. He's getting to his opponent's range, making him punch, and then countering very effectively.
And you see Stadler on his back foot sitting on that rear right hand. Pretty good stances now for Nico Gaffey.
He already has Stadler not wanting to throw because the combination's coming as soon as he does finish.
Southpaw to ortho. Going to be ruled a slip against the ring ropes by Brian Miner. Right back to it. 60 seconds remaining, round number 1. Pressure again from Gaffey, trying to cut the ring. Circling out. And again from Rodek Stadler. We're playing to this very pro Nico Gaffey Marbella crowd. Inside, hard goes Nico Gaffey. Left hook to the body. Smile on the face of Rodek Stadler after that exchange.
Stadler's not really finding his range. He's not getting much offense. He's looking to counter.
Chance of Nico now. It's a bit of Nico Gaffey.
Stadler constantly waiting to counter the people.
Flurry again. Left uppercut just missing from Gaffey.
Gaffey talked about working that body. The way his opponent is covered, he's going to have to start getting
Forward pressure again. Heavy into the clinch. Left hand, overhand right, just off the mark from Rodek Stadler. The bell. We move to round 2.
Oh.
I need my replay. Cuando te agache, empujar abajo.
Nico, lo estás persiguiendo
On
también.
October 26th, live from Manchester, Jack Catterall faces 2-time world champion Regis Program.
Ah, estás tocado, no te he tocado.
Tirar una mano por la izquierda, tirar una por arriba, una solo por la derecha, por la derecha.
No.
And you can see at the end of this round, right as the referee stepped in there, a little bit of a headbutt. I don't think it did any damage, but I'm not sure if they're going to put up with too much of that.
Good work from referee Brian Miner and the ultra popular fighter and cut man, Perez.
On the line. On the line.
And Miner now bringing both fighters up to scratch to start round number 2. Round number 2 underway. Really to his back foot. Now circling to his right, Rodek Stadler. Immediate forward pressure, Nico Gaffey.
That's why I think Nico needs to really work the body. The way his opponent's covered up, you're not going to land to the head.
Trying to mirror the hips of Stadler to the inside on the flurry. Left hand hard to the body from Gaffey. And natural to slip by Brian Miner. Back to it. Then in the center circle.
Stadler just waiting to counter it. Hard to do when you get hit with body shots.
Hard to the body again goes Nico Gaffey. And that is a clean knockdown.
Great job by Gaffey. Taking what his opponent's giving you. Giving you the body, I'm going to take it.
There's the mandatory 8 count given to Rodek Stadler by Brian Miner.
And Sean, he's going to have to quit blocking those body shots, or start blocking those body shots. You can't continue to take them.
Gaffey again to the body. Tenacious body shots, knockdown number 2.
There is no boxing glove to spread out that punch. That digs deep, just like you see. Fight's over.
The stumble and the win with emphasis for Nico Gaffey.
Well, we've said it many times. When you get hit with a big boxing glove, it spreads out that punch. When you get hit with the bare knuckle, it digs deep like a knife. That's what happened to Stadler. Got hit with those body shots. As soon as Gaffey decided, I'm going to go to the body, I'm going to commit to this. That fight was over.
Outstanding refereeing from Brian Miner as he was giving Stadler the mandatory 8 count on the second knockdown of this round number 2. Stadler up, stumbling, Miner breaking off his count and ending this fight. And phenomenal hand speed, body work, and accuracy from the Spaniard from here in Marbella, Nico Gaffey, his BKFC debut.
Sean, when I saw that Gaffey was the underdog with the betting odds, that's exactly why I picked that. I felt that speed, that accuracy, his quickness. I felt that was going to be the difference. Indeed, I was right.
Again in our fighter meeting, Rodek Stadler said this fight will be about my technique versus Nico Gaffey's aggression. Stadler showed his technique on the outside, but Gaffey not only showed outstanding aggression, he showed really clean technique as well.
So whenever we go to new places, we see a lot of talent. Same thing here. Gaffey looked phenomenal.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner, steps in, calling a stop to this fight at 1 minute 4 seconds into round number 2. For your winner by TKO, Nico, the Iron Gaffey.
Sean, I don't know if I'm going to say a flawless victory, but I was really impressed with Gaffey. Great head movement, great experience, great body shots. I loved everything about that fight.
Nico Gaffey told us, I will work the body of Rodek Stadler. I believe it will be open. Very good body work from Gaffey in round number 1, and brilliant body work from Gaffey in round number 2, producing both knockdowns of Rodek Stadler in the second round to the finish. Victorious by way of second round TKO, Nico Gaffey defeats Rodek Stadler.
Tonight only, you'll receive 30% off all Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship apparel at bareknuckleshop.com. There's a huge selection of hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more to choose from, with sizes and styles for everyone. Hurry and place your order now for this limited time, one night only offer. Knuckle up and save 30% at bareknuckleshop.com.
Well, this is what you call a completely sold out, standing room only here at the Marbella Arena. What an incredible night, and we are just 3 fights in. Oh, it's a beautiful thing, folks. We're glad you've joined us. BKFC here on DAZN. This is still your preview. Here's your OnlyFans exclusive look coming up later tonight. Fighting for the welterweight championship of the world, Rico Franco looking to take that title back to the UK. One of the toughest fighters on the roster. Franco certainly has his mind set on that BKFC World Championship gold. Marbella, Spain. Folks, who would have ever thought, right? In a bullfighting arena, the Marbella Arena, Conor McGregor due to show up anytime here. We got VIPs all over the place. BKFC here in Marbella, Spain, and here on DAZN tonight. And folks, we want you here for the entire show. You're watching on the preview. We want you for the entirety of the event. We want you for all 3 championship fights. We want you for the debut of Hannah Rankin, for the awesome influencer battle. We're excited about that. Dan Chapman will make his debut. So many great stars in attendance tonight, and it's all on DAZN. Of course, if you want to be a part of all the festivities, then you got to get the DAZN app, and we got a killer deal for you, a way to get you locked in, especially if you're a BKFC fan there at home in the U.S. We want to hook you up. $12.99 will get you locked in on DAZN. That will get you the entire show, going to get you all those incredible fights that we've been talking about. Plus, it's going to get you all the great content that you're going to find on the DAZN streaming platform. All the great boxing bouts, MMA, tennis. They offer so much on DAZN. $12.99 is going to get you in the door, and it's going to get you a part of the entire show tonight. It is 3 title fights tonight. Big-time premium events for BKFC will be right here on DAZN, folks. What a night it's going to be. As I said, we are awaiting the arrival of Conor McGregor. We saw him at the weigh-ins. And, of course, anywhere that McGregor goes, he brings a party. I expect this arena to absolutely explode here in our debut on DAZN. A lot to be excited about. As we talked about before, some of the upcoming events we have here for BKFC. How about here in just 2 weeks' time, we are going back out to the Rocky Mountains. It's BKFC in Denver. We are going to have Chris Camozzi on the card, and he's going to be fighting Sawyer DP. That's going to be for the vacant Cruiserweight Championship, October 25th. There in Denver, Colorado. That's what we got here in October. As we move forward, we go into the month of November, and one place that we put on some incredible events, another across the pond event, it's going to be November 2nd as well, folks. So that is going to be in Newcastle. So much to be excited about when you take a look at that upcoming schedule, when you talk about this great relationship here with DAZN and those premium events. A lot of announcements are going to be made. You're going to see that full schedule. In fact, later on tonight, we will talk to David Feldman himself, and I'm sure he will be disclosing many details, a lot of things to be excited about through the end of this year and into next year. You got to believe that with this partnership with DAZN, having Conor McGregor on board, really the possibilities are truly endless here in the BKFC. Yes, indeed, folks. Here in Marbella, Spain, the Costa del Sol, here on the Mediterranean Sea. We are live from the Marbella Arena. BKFC on DAZN is brought to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink, OnlyFans, Grunt Style Apparel, and Forged Irish Stout. And speaking of OnlyFans, they give you the exclusive look tonight. Franco Tenaglia getting ready for his main event appearance tonight here in Marbella from Argentina. Training here in Spain, Tenaglia will battle Tony Soto to become lightweight king of the world. And there has been no love lost between these two. Some bad blood. Franco Tenaglia, and then this man, the king of the Carolinas, Tony Loco Soto. The dream is real. Being flanked by his team, former bantamweight champion Keith the Rockstar Richardson. Tony Soto, 100% focused on the prize. We've heard the interviews. We've seen him at the weigh-ins. Tony Soto is ready for his big moment. And now let's bring in our commentary team, Sean Wheelock, Chris Lida. We've already had some crazy finishes tonight just in the preview, but when you look at this main event, these guys have really gotten under each other's skin. You gotta believe this thing is personal in the main event for the lightweight title.
Cyrus, fully agreed. And Chris, on the other 10 bouts on this stacked BKFC card here in Marbella, Spain, there's really no animosity between the two fighters. There is serious animosity between our two main event fighters, and again, the winner claims the currently vacant BKFC lightweight world title. Franco Tenaglia versus Tony Soto, a near brawl breaking out, partially broken up by Conor McGregor as well as David Feldman yesterday at the weigh-ins.
Yeah, these two guys don't like each other. I think sometimes people need to, in their own mind, feel like I have to dislike